So one thing that you did during your deanship is really increase our relationship with Harvard College. So we already had students, taking graduate courses and
Yeah.
so forth.
Yeah.
But between the Harvard Teacher Fellows Program and the Education
Secondary.
Secondary,
Right.
so why did you prioritize, building those relationships?
So I'll start with the Harvard Teacher Fellows Program. So I was just, when I was learning about the ed school, I was reading a number of things about teaching programs, and I read an awful lot about Teach for America. And Teach for America was at the height of its popularity, and they were getting hundreds of applications from kids at schools like Harvard, Yale, and Princeton, and they were only taking a portion of them.
Right.
And I thought, well, we have an education school at Harvard, and there are 100 Harvard seniors who are signing up to teach, and they are getting turned away from Teach for America. So why don't we help them find a path to teaching? And that's where it started. And sure enough, this idea had been floated years before by Kay Merseth. So, there was already a model drafted and a constituency that was strongly in favor of it. But I just thought, we should be doing all we can to enable students who are interested in teaching to get into classrooms.
Right. And now we have the fourth cohort of Harvard Teacher Fellows.
Right.
Yes. So what about the Ed Secondary?
The Ed Secondary was an introduction to the labyrinth that is Harvard in some respects.
Welcome.
No, I know. And you were right there all on the way. I mean, that really, I can't even remember all the twists and turns. I think the idea, and you and I talked about this a fair bit, was really straightforward. There's an awful lot of interest in education, not just in teaching, among Harvard undergraduates. And education is obviously a worthy area of academic study. So why not allow Harvard students to have an organized approach to the study of education? Seemed to me like a no-brainer.
Right.
And it seemed to everyone else like a no-brainer, which is why it only took 4.5 years.
Only 4.5 years.
Yeah.
But we were successful.
Right. Yeah, no, I know. And how is that going?
It's going really well.
Good.
Lots of student interest.
Good.
So it's not just, the psychology majors or the econ majors. It's computer scientists
Oh, interesting.
using the educate because they want to build things that are going to help the world.